good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, you know, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.
We're on to race number 5 now. That will jump at 14:50. It's over 1,200 meters. A total of 11 runners carded, but there is one scratching currently. We'll just double check that for you. At this stage, we see that number 3, Sachet Away, is a scratching. But before we start giving you our selections, we've got an interview with Michael Roberts.
Yes, and the same old as Kayleen, you know. They're 2 smart horses. I'm very lucky to get them, and grateful. And don't know much about him. But I had him in a progress plate. You know, unfortunately we lost that race. So, you know, we're going a bit in the deep end here. Not ideally what I wanted to do with him first run for me, but you know, need a race because, you know, I've got other plans for him.
Well, just giving you confirmation there, we have checked the card changes online, and number 3, Sachet Away, is a scratching, so you can take out number 3, Sachet Away. So let's give you our selections. I thought when looking at this field, you know, the highly rated horses are not in form, and I say that with all due respect. So their form is a bit uninspiring at this point in time for me, although many of them have very high ratings, which leaves me with the number 10, Vasim. That is my first selection from the Paul Lafferty yard, with Malitselo Kachedi aboard. He's taking the 1.5 kgs off. And if you look at this horse closely at the form lines, this horse is holding good form. So I make it a good each way bet at around about 8-1 in the betting market. It's got the claimer up, and the yard is in very, very good form. They've been having good winners recently. So if you look closely at the form lines, this horse has run against some real hard knocking types. And I do think that this is the horse that they all have to beat. Turning for home, Raheel, I just expect this horse to become airborne with his turn of foot. He is going to be coming from off them because he is drawn 10.
Yeah, Vasim has been a horse that I've followed quite closely up in IFL since he's been with Roy Magna. And I've gone for him in his last 4 or 5 starts. He obviously hasn't managed to crack it, but he's put in fair efforts. He enjoys the trip. So he's a horse that could certainly run well. Keretile Kachedi is riding at the top of his game at the moment. So, yeah, no doubt Vasim is going to be a lively contender. I'm surprised that Imposing is as short as he is at 7-2 in the market. I think he's been priced up very, very wrong by the bookmakers here, because he takes on some proper company here. And I think he's held. We heard from Michael Roberts. Same boat as Kayleen. Possibly just need the run. He doesn't know much about him. But let's see how he does go as a 3-year-old drawn in gate number 1. But yeah, for me, he's just too short in the market. I like a horse here, and I like a horse strong. And that's number 11, Pearl of Asia. Now, he was carded to run a month or so ago in the Marula Sprint at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. And unfortunately, he was scratched down at the start on vet's advice. And yeah, so he was scratched, and I thought he would have actually gone very close. And Captain Fontaine was the winner of the race, beating African Skyline, who has won since. His Rest Plus 1 stats read 6 runs, 2 wins, and a second. Now, he's dropped in the ratings after winning the Mercury Sprint at the end of the 2020-2021 season. He went up from a 107 up to a 122. He's now dropped from a 122 down to a 108. So he's just rated 1 point higher than his winning mark when winning a grade 1. He's a win over the course and distance. He absolutely thrives over 1,200 meters. I think they're going to go quite a decent clip in this lineup here. And watch for Pearl of Asia. He's going to be doing his best work at the finish. And I think that is a horse that could certainly go very, very well here. As I mentioned, rating drop. Sereno has won on him, and he was actually the jockey that managed to get the Group 1 success for Robbie Hill here with Pearl of Asia. 9-2 in the market. I think he's worth the punt on the head. So that's going to be the firm selection for me. Place accumulators and buy pots. I'm going to take my chances, and I'm going to bank a horse number 11, Pearl of Asia, Devon.
Well, there you heard it from myself and Raheel. He's quite strong on number 11, Pearl of Asia. He's made a solid case for the son of Path Fork, and why not? Trading at around about 9-2 in the betting market. The recent run suggests that he's coming back to form. You heard what Raheel said. He's dropped in the rating. He's got Sereno back aboard, and he's got to have an outstanding chance. My first selection, number 10, Vasim, at around about 8-1 or 7.5-1 currently.
The betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.